Hello viewers, welcome to Ekam Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss about recent controversy regarding Republic Day parade tableaus. So what is this particular controversy, what is it surrounding, and what are the issues raised by some opposition ruled states, and what is the stand of the government with respect to this issue. We'll see what are the guidelines for normally any state have to follow whenever they have to showcase the tableaus in the Republic Day parade. So who will check all these things? What are the necessary things that should be part of this tableau? All these things we are going to discuss. And another interesting thing we'll discuss is why we are celebrating Republic Day. What is the reason behind it, and from when we started celebrating this Republic Day parade, and all these things we'll be discussing. So stay tuned till the end. So what is the issue we are going to discuss about? You can see these are tableaus, right? Okay, you might have seen in different channels in the news. Okay, on 26th January from morning we'll have this Republic Day parade going on for hours, right? Okay, in Delhi. So this is a tableau. So you know, many states and departments will be showcasing their particular cultural things, art forms in the form of tableaus. But what happened in the recent times? Okay, so why it is in news? These are the points of discussion. Why in news? Selection. What is the selection process? Who will select, and what is the criteria for selection? What are the guidelines that has to be followed whenever we are presenting our tableau? And also, what is the controversy and rejections? What is the reason behind rejections? And what is the Republic Day parade history? And all these things we'll be discussing. So this forms part of arts and culture and also GS paper 2 also. Okay. So here you need to know about one important thing is whenever there is a Republic Day parade. So next day, okay, if you watch it live also fine. Otherwise, in next day newspapers like Hindu and Indian Express, you will be covered different articles. Okay, so they will be covering different articles saying what are the cultural forms that were represented in the Republic Day parade. So if anything is represented for the first time, or if any state is representing their dance form or tribal culture, art form, all these things, you need to note them down because it is very important in terms of prelims, because those forms part of art and culture. Okay, so this is the main thing you have to remember. Then what is the recent controversy? Okay, so because now in the recent times, okay, so since 3-4 days there are some opposition ruled states like Punjab, okay, Delhi and West Bengal. So these three states have raised their concerns saying that center is rejecting their own tableaus. So without any justification they are rejecting. That means they are showing some discrimination towards opposition states. So this is what the background of this controversy is. And Ministry of Defence said, okay, so what is the statement of Defence Ministry? Means they proposed a new 3-year rotation plan. Okay, so normally we have some states in India, right? How many states and union territories are there in present day? You have to answer in the comment section. Okay, so here whatever all the states are there, all the states cannot showcase at one time only. Okay, so there will be by rotation according to the new plan proposed by Defence Ministry. How many states can showcase at one time and along with union territories? Because who are allowed to showcase their tableaus in this Republic Day parade is states, union territories, and also ministries and departments. Okay, apart from this armed forces, so they all can showcase their tableaus as part of this Republic Day parade. So then why is this Defence Ministry involved in this? Because conduction of Republic Day parade, okay, that is done by, or that is taken care by Defence Ministry. So it is under the domain of Defence Ministry. So Defence Ministry said, okay, if you don't get chance this time, so we'll plan in 3-year format. Okay, so that one state, if they don't get a chance within 3-year period, they'll get a chance to showcase their tableau in the next 3 Republic Day parades, anyone. Okay, so this is what the controversy about. Then we'll see the background of this particular Republic Day parade. So when it started in 1950. Where did it start? In National Dhyan Chand, you know, he's a famous sports person, right? Okay, so there is National Stadium. It was for the first time held there. Okay, so what is the significance? Why did we celebrate Republic Day parade in 1950? Is because in 1950 only we started celebrating Republic Day for the first time. What is the reason behind it? Because our Constitution of India came into effect or came into implementation from 26th January 1950. On that day only we are celebrating Republic Day, right? So to mark that. And also there is another event associated is, if you do remember, our first Indian President, Babu Rajendra Prasad, also has sworn in as the President on this particular day only as part of this ceremony. Okay, so official swearing in ceremony of India's first President, Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. Okay, so that started to mark that event, and from 1955 onwards we shifted this to Rajpath. Now we are calling this as Kartavya Path, okay? And you can see here the parade will from where to where it will be celebrated means from Rashtrapati Bhavan. Rashtrapati Bhavan earlier used to be Viceroy's house, okay? Because the post of Viceroy after independence we replaced it with the president, okay? Because it should be an elected head, right? In India, president is elected indirectly, right? So here we are having named as Rashtrapati Bhavan, and from Rashtrapati Bhavan the parade will continue till India Gate. You know, India Gate is a memorial type of thing constructed to remember or the sacrifice of British Indian soldiers, okay, and it is also located in Delhi. So from this place to this place the parade will go on, okay, and we are trying to showcase our Indianization, okay, so in different things we are using our Indian cultures to reflect these things. Then what is the selection process, okay, so who are all eligible to participate? As I told you previously, state governments, UTs along with central government ministries and departments, okay, so they are eligible to showcase their respective tableaus. So what is the application process? They have to, whoever are interested to showcase their things in the coming Republic Day parade, they have to submit their application to Ministry of Defence, so within the deadline. So then expert committee evaluation will be done from the side of Ministry of Defence. So the experts in art and culture and other fields will evaluate. So two stages will be part of this. In first stage, they will say if they wanted to reject possible rejections, or if they wanted to make some suggestions to be taken up. Those things will be suggested in stage 1. Stage 2 is nothing but final stage. Okay, so here 3-dimensional models will be evaluated, and it is final selection almost. Okay, so there will be there will not be any further modifications except a few. So here what are the things criteria means, what are the factors considered? There should be visual appeal, should be the thematic things, detailing music will be there, use of local artists will be there, and then also adherence to that overarching theme. So what is the theme for this Republic Day parade is, you have to know, Viksit Bharat means developed India. Okay, we are developing because we have completed 75 years of independence, and you know we are in the era of Amrit Kal, right? And also Bharat Lokatantriki Matra means we wanted to be the, like India is the mother of democracy. That is what we want to showcase to the entire world. So you know India is always on the side of upholding democracy. Okay, so that is the theme for this Republic Day parade, which is very important for your prelims as well as different state PCC exams. Then what is the guideline? So as Minister of Defence is responsible for conducting this Republic Day parade, they specified some guidelines, means what should be done. End designers should be part of this, robotics should be used, 3D printing, and also only eco-friendly materials should be used as part of the tableau preparation and all. And then what are the guidelines? So you know normally writing and using of logos is not allowed except what is their name of the state. Okay, so only name of the state should be written on the tablet, except that nothing should be written. Okay, so what is the name, in which language it can be written means in the front Hindi should be there, on the back it should be represented by English, and sides can be in the regional language, means states will have their own local languages, right? So for those languages can be on the sides of the tableau. Front should be there with Hindi, back should be covered with English. So this is what only allowed. And number of performers, you know normally whenever there is a dance form or something cultural form represented, some people also will be doing different types of activities when the tableau is moving or passing. So at that time, how many members should be there? Maximum it should not be more than 10 only, means maximum of 10 persons only should be part of the tableau and all. Okay, then what is the controversy about? So opposition ruled states, okay, they have raised concerns. Who are those? Karnataka, Punjab, West Bengal, and even Delhi also. So they have raised their dissatisfaction, saying that center is rejecting their tableaus based on some discrimination. So what is center's stand? Center maintained its stand. Okay, so it said there is no such thing and we are selecting it impartially. And then possible reasons for rejection is, they said Ministry of Defence as a broader theme. Broader theme is here India the mother of democracy, or India is the developed India. So this is a broader theme selected by the Ministry of Defence for this year's Republic Day. As you are not complying with this particular broader theme of Republic Day, we have rejected these tableaus for this year. That is what the stand of Ministry of Defence with respect to these states. Then political allegations were also made, like some politicians, even they said Delhi government, when they wanted to showcase their state of governance also, our tableau was also rejected. That is what the allegation and controversy with respect to this Republic Day parade. Then you have to know what is the reason behind Republic Day, why we are celebrating and all. Okay, most of you have known this reason, right? Okay, so why we started Republic Day means because our constitution came into force. From when? 26 January 1950. So what is this period between we got independence on 15th August 1947, right? So from this period to this period, what is the state of India? Okay, we didn't have any constitution of our own, right? So when we have formed the Constituent Assembly is 9th December 1946, means to prepare constitution for our own country. That means even before our independence only, we formed a Constituent Assembly. So you answer in the comment section which committee or which particular plan has recommended that India should have their own Constituent Assembly. Okay, so that is, you have to answer in the comment section. So from 9th December 1946 till 26th November 1949. That means almost 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. Okay, Constituent Assembly has worked and it has prepared in different phases. It has visited and so many members are part of this Constituent Assembly, and you know it is partially elected and partially indirectly elected body. Okay, so there are some nominations and there are some elections also to this Constituent Assembly. So this body has, between this time, okay, after a lot of deliberations and consultations, it has prepared the constitution. Then if the last, this is the first day and this is the last day of Constituent Assembly, right? Then why did we wait till 26th January? You can see here almost 2 months of time is there between 26th November 1949 and 26th January 1950, right? What is the reason why we waited till 2 months again? Means this 26th January marks the day of passing of resolution of Purna Swaraj. You know Purna Swaraj means Swaraj. Who said Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it? Swaraj means right to self-rule. Okay, so Purna Swaraj. Purna means complete. Okay, so you know Swaraj, demand for Swaraj will start only in 1906. Okay, 1905, 1906, when Dadabhai Navroji was the president of INC at that time only. The resolution will be passed by Indian National Congress asking for Swaraj, means self-rule. But they didn't ask for Purna Swaraj. When did this Purna Swaraj resolution came into picture is in 1929 INC session. You can see here INC session was passed in 1929 Lahore session of INC. Okay, in Lahore session, which was presided by Jawaharlal Nehru. At that point of time, we said we don't want only Swaraj, but we want Purna Swaraj, means complete independence. We don't want to be under partial rule also, or we don't want to be under dominion status. So we want complete independence from British rule. So as we mark the resolution, okay, this resolution was initiated in December. It was passed on the date of 26th January 1930. Okay, 26th January 1930. And if you know, interestingly, this was the first time we celebrated our Independence Day, even before independence. Okay, so first Independence Day in pre-independent India was celebrated on 26th January 1930. And if you do remember, first time Indian flag, tricolor flag, was not the present day flag. At that time there is a different flag and later it was remodified. Okay, so that was hoisted on the banks of river Ravi on this 26th January 1930. Okay, then what happened? So that is why after independence, as we have this day as Independence Day, we then changed this 26th January as our Republic Day, and we waited till this time. Okay, so 2 months of time, because this resolution was passed on 26th January 1950, and from that time, so Indian Constitution came into effect, right? So you know, Indian Constitution in preamble itself, there is one provision that we are saying that we, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to make India as sovereign, socialist. We want to make it sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, so this is what we wanted to make. Okay, so what is this? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, so this is the preamble envisaging. Okay, what is this? Sovereign means we are completely free to take decisions for our country. There is no external interference. Although these two words were added later, you know which amendment? This 42nd amendment. Okay, and democratic means the people, okay, they have the power. It is ruled by the people, of the people, and for the people, right? And also, republic means the head of the state is elected. There is no monarchy in India, and all the government offices or public offices were open for all. So this is what the meaning of republic means at that time. So we are saying that sovereign. Sovereign means we are completely free. That is why we celebrate our Republic Day from 26th January 1950 itself. Okay, means we are completely free from the British rule and we are governing ourselves. That is what the rationale behind. Then this is the background of this, what I have explained now. So Republic Day, when India acquired the written constitution, became independent republic. Republic means India has an elected head. Okay, so it doesn't mean only direct election. It can be indirect election as in the case of India. And you know, constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949, came into effect on 26 January 1950. And 26 November is observed as the Constitution Day, or you know, Samvidhan Divas also we are celebrating, right? And what is the background of this? 26 January was chosen because it is the date of Pune Swaraj, and on which session, in which session especially INC's Lahore session, and it was presided by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1929. So who is going to be the chief guest of this Republic Day parade? Answer in the comment section. Okay. Now, what is the conclusion you can draw? So there should not be any discrimination followed, and all the states should be given a chance to represent their own cultures to reflect unity and integrity of India, right? Okay, that should be part of this conclusion you can write. And then, what is the practice question for today? What was the exact constitutional status of India on 26 January 1950? So, answer in the comment section. I am asking about 26 January 1950. What is the constitutional status? Among the four options, give the correct answer in the comment section. Then, what is the question for mains? The Constitution of India is a living instrument with capabilities of enormous dynamism. It is a constitution made for a progressive society. Illustrate with special reference to expanding horizons that of right to life and personal liberty. In this, you have to say how Indian constitution is evolving. You know, many of the people will say Constitution of India is a living document, right? Okay, so why it is a living document, and how the Article 21, right to life and personal liberty scope is being like widened by judicial interpretations. Okay, those things you have to cover in this mains question. So now we have come to an end of the video. So what are the things we have discussed? We have seen what is the Republic Day controversy about, who is authorized to select the tableaus for Republic Day parade, what are the guidelines and what are the things that should be followed when you are showcasing your tableau, and what is the allegations made by some states against center for causing this controversy. And we have seen what is the reason behind this Republic Day, why we are celebrating Republic Day, and all these things in this particular video. Thank you. Have a good day.